Alright, here it is, the Dragon Pro tablet. It's the Dragon Touch Y88X Pro. It has quad-core Android dual-camera Wi-Fi IPS. So it is a quad-core. One person, actually, I should say, on Amazon said that it was slow and laggy. But the rest of them seemed to be pretty happy with it, so maybe he was one of the unlucky ones. So I'm going to see how that works out. Here's how it's wrapped up in the box. There's padding. There's some padding on the box. I have used a Dragon back in 2016. Ex-girlfriend had one. Hers stopped working. I actually got it working before we ended. And this is a newer one. Hers was a dual core back in 2016. This one's a quad core. This one looks really, really nice. That's the screen. It has a front camera, a back camera, a microphone, the power button, a charge button for a DC button, and an Android button to connect to your computer, transfer stuff, and it has a TF card, aka SD card, right there. Only thing I don't like is that this is a staple of cheap tablets. Usually $20, $30 tablets have this, but I guess the $60 tablet has it as well, where the SD card's on the outside. I don't like that. I really don't like that, but maybe it'll work, maybe it'll be okay. I had an RCA tablet that had this. Actually, I had two RCA tablets that had an outdoor SD card and one Samsung, but the Samsung was a really old Samsung. So, you get your standard Android setup, welcome. It's going to ask you for, usually it asks you for your email address. With foreign tablets like these, I would not recommend it. Recommend using your main email address. Use an email address that you hardly use, because you know that the Chinese are spying on us. It's searching for Wi-Fi. Usually cheap tablets, really cheap ones, like really cheap ones, $20, $30 tablets have a little bit of lag on the spinning. But no, this one doesn't look like it has any lag at all. Yeah, this is definitely the type of screen that my RCA used. Very plasticky. But as long as it works, I don't really care. Screen is responsive. I'll give it that. It's very rough on your fingers. It's not smooth like the glass. It's very rough. And then it's going to ask for your password. Okay, finally, we are to the main point. That's the background wallpaper you're probably going to have when you start it up. I'm going to actually test this out for a second just to get used to it. Okay. If this is based on the RCA software, which was a dual core I had a while ago, I'm not going to test out the video camera. You already know what it's going to look like. Turn your cell phone camera on to 640 by 480, which is 480p, and that's the crappy quality it's going to have on it. Guaranteed. I really don't even have to. You just know. Old YouTube videos, this is the quality that this tablet's going to have. Okay. It's taking me to Gmail. Boom. Look at how fast that loads. I just tapped it. Boom. It's already loaded. So here it is. Scrolling there. Boom. 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 What do you think about that? What do you think of the speed of that? Think that's fast enough? It's not perfect speed, but even my Samsung Galaxy Tab Active 1 isn't perfect. And that cost me $150 when I got it. So, next, I'm going to load up some, I'm going to load up those emulators, actually. I tested out the Dragon tablet with Epsxe and PPSSPP, and I didn't get the N64 one because it wouldn't download on this tablet, something about it being outdated. And anyway, I turned on the Bluetooth. I was able to connect my PS4 controller via Bluetooth, and it had the box, the checkbox that said like input device, and I was able to play my backup that I made from my legally owned CD-ROM of Spyro 2 Ripto's Rage. I mean, who doesn't have that game if you're a PlayStation 1 owner? And dumped the ISO onto the Dragon tablet. It loaded up perfectly fine. It loaded at full speed. The issue is I went to the control mapping, and it didn't show my PS4 controller, even though it was connected via Bluetooth as an input device on the tablet. And then I tested it out on my Samsung tablet that I mentioned earlier, and it was all perfectly fine. It worked fine on that as an input device as well in the Bluetooth settings. So I have no idea why the Dragon tablet will connect the PS4 controller as an input device, but it will not show on any apps or any games that support controllers like they do on my Samsung tablet. Same thing with PPSSPP, same thing. It would show up in the Bluetooth, but it would not show up in the controller settings on the Dragon. But I will say that it did play both PSP games, such as Dragon Ball Z Shin Budokai Tenkaichi 1 and 2, not Shin Tenkaichi, I mean Shin Budokai 1 and 2 on PPSSPP without any lag, just like my Samsung tablet, and it also played Spyro 2 without lag on my Samsung tablet and the Dragon tablet. So the Dragon tablet can play games at full speed. The FPS counter said 57 to 60. It dipped only once to 53, but it was hardly noticeable because I don't even know if I don't think PS1 games or PSP games run at 60. It could be wrong, but it was full speed to me. If you turn the FPS counter off too, you get full speed. I mean, on this tablet, you can't. It looks like it's running at full speed anyway. So it will play it, but I just cannot stand touch controls. They are just awful. I don't like tablet touchscreen controls. I don't like cell phone touchscreen controls. That's why I have a PS4 controller, so I can play these games on tablets and cell phones with an actual controller and get more accurate movement and button pressings and things of that sort, camera and things like that. So I was disappointed that maybe there's something I'm missing with this tablet. But it connected to my PS4 controller. It said connected, it said input device, but it didn't show up on any of the apps that it works on my Samsung tablet. So yeah, if you're one of those people that doesn't really care about touchscreen controls, like you actually love touchscreen controls, there's a lot of people on YouTube that use their cell phones to play Wii games, and they use the touchscreen on their cell phones. It's just so weird. Then yeah, this tablet's great for you. It's cheap. The screen's not as high quality as a Samsung tablet, but yeah, it'll run at least PS1 and PPSSPP games at full speed. Just, I don't know, if you want to take a risk, and maybe there's something I missed with the PS4 controller after it's connected. I don't know, but yeah, this ran them fine.